Hello sports fans, and welcome to another episode of All In, the one channel that talks about everything San Antonio living. I'm your host Keith Fissel, and tonight we got a good one. In this episode, we have the most anticipated battle in the history of the Lone Star State. It's the battle for I-35 supremacy, the I-35 showdown. San Antonio versus Austin. If you're looking to make Central Texas your home and can't decide whether Austin or San Antonio is a better fit, then this video is for you. Before we get started, let's check out the tale of the tape. As you can see, San Antonio definitely has the age advantage, has way more experience in the ring. Size advantage, population in Austin is 1 million. San Antonio coming in at a population of 1.5 million. Reach, no advantage for either fighter. Styles couldn't be more different. Austin's a lefty, San Antonio's right-handed. Pronouns for Austin, they, them. San Antonio's pronouns, sir, ma'am. The format for this fight, it's scheduled for as many rounds as it takes for one of these cities to get knocked out or tap out. Each round represents a different category, and each city submitted their best of list for each round. I'll present their list and decide who wins that round. Let's meet the fighters. Introducing first, representing Military City, USA, the Alamo City, fighting out of the red corner, the battle-tested San Antonio. Across the ring, the challenger, representing Silicon Hills, Moscow of the Colorado, fighting out of the blue corner, Austin. Okay, let's get started. Round one, culture. Age before beauty, so San Antonio up first. An article from The Insider listed the 20 best U.S. cities for culture. San Antonio came in at number 7. San Antonio has 835 recreational, cultural, and historical activities and museums, most famous being the Alamo. San Antonio has 5 active military bases, 5-time NBA champions, the San Antonio Spurs, and rounding off San Antonio's list, Fiesta, the annual 10-day celebration. Up next, Austin's list. I am the capital of Texas, the Trail of Lights at Zilker Park, the Cathedral of Junk, 6th Street, South by Southwest Music Festival, and the ACL Austin City Limits Festival at Zilker Park. San Antonio dominated the first round. Let's move on to the second. Round 2, the category is education. In this round, we split up K through 12 and then higher education, colleges, universities. K through 12, we looked at schools with at least 9s and 10s out of 10, so 9 or higher. We got the information from greatschools.org. And Austin came in with 22 schools with at least 9 or higher out of 10. San Antonio with 14. Higher education up next. Austin area hosts 12 colleges and universities. San Antonio hosts 26 colleges and universities. This round was too close to call, so I'm going to go to a tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker is which University of Texas football team had the best record in the 2021-2022 season? UT Austin or UTSA? The Longhorns record 5-7. The Roadrunners record was 12-2. San Antonio wins the second round. Let's move on to round 3. The category is food, breweries, and coffee. San Antonio up first, so I'll get their list pulled up. What's the problem? Their list combined are 11 pages. This will take forever. It's okay, I'll handle it. Okay. So based on these lists, it's obvious that both San Antonio and Austin have lots of great places to eat and a variety of cultural food. For the food category, let's focus on barbecue and breakfast tacos. I'm going to use a lifeline for this one, and who better to use than you, the viewer. So jump in the comments and let us know your favorite place for barbecue and breakfast tacos in San Antonio and Austin. The next category is breweries, and again, based on the length of each city's list of breweries, both San Antonio and Austin have a booming brewery scene, and I'm gonna lean on you, the viewer, to jump in the comments and let us know which city has the best breweries or what's your favorite brewery in either San Antonio or Austin. Last category, but definitely not least, coffee. Cup of Joe, dirt, brew, mud. If we're talking quantity, it's Austin. But if we're talking quality, San Antonio is the clear winner with Black Rifle Coffee Company opening 2 locations in the Alamo City. I mean, they got great coffee and great merch too. This round was honestly too close to call. Their lists were entirely too long. The tiebreaker, the question, which city has its own signature taco that's also a mascot? San Antonio with the puppy taco. San Antonio gets the W and wins the third round. Round 4, the category is entertainment. This is usually where the fight gets really heated. San Antonio won the last round, so I'll start with San Antonio's list. Six Flags, Fiesta, Texas, SeaWorld, Riverwalk that winds through downtown San Antonio, flanked by walking paths on either side, lined with bars, restaurants, and shops, and is actually one of the most visited and highest rated tourist attractions in the state of Texas. Has Schlitterbahn Water Park, the San Antonio Zoo, the San Antonio Stock Show, and Rodeo. Next, sports. San Antonio has the Rampage, it's a hockey team, Missions baseball team, NBA and WNBA basketball teams, MLS soccer team. All right, Austin's list up next. Austin's list for entertainment: the Arboretum, bat watching at Congress Avenue Bridge, Circuits of the Americas racetrack, Kalahari Resort, Austin City Limits, the largest musical festival in the world. Austin draws the biggest and the best talent as far as musicians, comedians, etc. That was a valiant effort from Austin, but I give San Antonio this round. And viewers, if you have anything to add on any of these categories, again, jump in the comments and let us know. Moving on to round 5, the category Future Jobs and Future Growth. San Antonio won that last round, so they're up first. And on San Antonio's list of companies moving their regional office and corporate headquarters to San Antonio, Nasai America, a plastic manufacturing company from Anaheim, California. Skip Care, the tech company, never heard of it. Solresig Engineering, Pabst Brewing, okay, that's definitely one that I recognize. And Austin's list of companies that selected Austin as the location for their regional offices and corporate headquarters: Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, and Tesla. That is an impressive list. The second part of this round is future growth. And actually for this round, I drove around each city's downtown area and counted the number of construction cranes that were in operation. San Antonio had 1, and Austin, I've lost count at 26. Definitely a whole lot of shaking and moving going on in Austin compared to San Antonio as far as the downtown area. And another thing that stood out is the skyline of San Antonio skyline downtown versus Austin's downtown skyline. Austin is amazing, beautiful compared to the San Antonio skyline. So yeah, Austin dominated that round. And yeah, so let's move on to the 6th round. Round 6, the categories are infrastructure and transportation. Austin won the last round, so they're up first. A study from the navigation provider TomTom ranked the most congested cities in the U.S. Austin, number 19, and San Antonio, number 54. And I have to say, with all these companies moving to Austin and no infrastructure improvements, I can see Austin moving in the top 10 on this TomTom most congested cities list before too long. Next is infrastructure bingo. Basically, I had each city give me a list of the numbers of their interstates and highways. Austin's numbers: 35, 183, and 290. San Antonio, Loop 410, Loop 1604, 281, 90, 87, 37, 35, and I-10. I think I heard of bingo. Bottom line, San Antonio definitely has a better infrastructure. Transportation is the second category of this round. Both cities have metro bus operations. Austin also has the metro rail system. San Antonio winning a snoozer of a round. So round 7, the category is quality of life. And with San Antonio winning the last round, they're up first. So San Antonio River flows from San Antonio to the Gulf of Mexico. It's illegal to swim in it, so you can't swim in the river. Austin comes up with the Colorado River that runs through Austin. It produces Lake Austin, Ladybird Lake, swim holes, which offer Austinites and visitors an abundance of activities to enjoy. Austin definitely wins the river competition. In Austin, the hype is real when it comes to cycling. Bicycle Magazine has Austin in the top 20 most bike-friendly cities in America. San Antonio not on that list. And as far as parks, Austin has about 300 parks, Zilker Park being the most popular park, known as the Jewel in the heart of Texas. San Antonio has 257 parks. Brackenridge Park, located by the San Antonio Zoo, is the most popular park. And what can I say? Austin definitely wins round 7 as far as the quality of life, with all the amenities and outdoor activities and parks and the river. All right, moving on to round 8. The categories are crime and people without housing or the unhoused. Okay, so crime, neither city turned in a list. Both cities have seen an uptick in crime over the last 3 years. I mean, what can you say? God bless all our first responders and be smart when you're out in public and be safe. Moving on to the second part of this round, the unhoused. This isn't just an Austin problem, but it does seem like it's ballooned out of control in the city of Austin. The unhoused, they live in tents in public spaces, on sidewalks, under the underpass. It's sad to see, but I would say Austin definitely has a bigger problem than San Antonio. Austin voters reinstated the city's public camping ban, which helped optically, but it didn't solve the problem. So with that, San Antonio wins this round by default. Round 9. The categories are cost of living and the housing market. And things just got real with San Antonio coming out wearing the Dream Makers. One hit with those and you're going to sleep. One of the most important determinations you need to make before choosing to move to a new city is how much it will cost to live there. San Antonio did win the last round, so we'll start with San Antonio's list. Austin is 33% more expensive than San Antonio. Austin didn't submit anything for cost of living. So moving on to the category of housing market. Now, a healthy housing market is one where there is at least a 6-month supply of homes for sale. Austin has a 2 to 4 week supply of inventory. San Antonio has a 6 to 8 week supply of inventory. The median sales price in each city, Austin comes in at $624,000, San Antonio at $310,000. Oh, and the Austin Boxer goes down.
The Austin Boxer goes down. The Austin Boxer goes down.
I hope this video was helpful, and whether San Antonio or Austin is a better fit for you, I'm always here to help. Don't hesitate to reach out to me anytime, all the time. All my contact information is below. You can call me, email me, text me, best way. I'm Keith Fissel with the Fissel Group at Vortex Realty. Thanks for watching.